Hello and welcome. If you've joined me today, my name is Hayley and this is going to be another pick a pile style reading. Today we have angels. We have the little tiger's eye angel in pile number 1. In pile number 2 we have the green aventurine angel. And in pile number 3 we have the little amethyst angel. So go ahead and pick your pile now. This is messages from your deceased loved pet who has crossed over the rainbow bridge or gone to heaven or whatever you like to see it as. So this is in legacy of my beautiful girl Wolfie who crossed over 6 weeks ago. So we're going to start with the Soul's Journey cards. And the messages from Heaven Oracle. And I did thoroughly shuffle all of these decks before we started and have done my full meditation and Reiki. I am a Reiki master. I am qualified in human Reiki and animal Reiki to master level. And I will be offering my services for animal Reiki online soon, and I'll give the information for that soon. So Reiki can be done in person and distance healing. And of course I am a psychic medium. I was born with the ability to tap into my psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities, it's not a gift. But it's just that some people inherently know how to use it and others have to be taught or have to be open to it, which is the biggest hurdle. And I have been doing tarot and oracle for over 20 years now. So this is messages from your loved pet, and we will start with pile number 1. We don't normally do that. So if you chose the tiger's eye angel in pile number 1, the yellow stone, this is for you. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, using that intuition. It's funny that came up with the yellow tiger's eye stone, because the tiger's eye stone, the yellow stone, is connected to the solar plexus chakra, and the solar plexus chakra is connected with intuition. Listening to your intuition. Sorry, Sasha just got in the way there. That's our cat, Sasha. And she just knocked over a heap of things on her way down. Please do not be unhappy just because I am out of sight. Remember that I am with you every morning, noon and night. So when it comes to using your intuition, I feel like your pet is trying to give you signs. They're trying to let you know that they're with you. But maybe you're not picking up on these signs. Maybe you're doubting them. And your pet is telling you to use your intuition. And, you know, don't doubt. That thing that you saw really was them. That thing that you felt really was them. Just keep looking out for the signs. And when you find them, acknowledge them. Say it out loud. Say thank you. 888, abundance. Blessings are here and more are on the way. Let yourself feel the abundant flow of prosperity that is all around you. As you stand in your highest self, you attract all that you once were seeking. Giving is always the doorway to success. The more good I do in the world, the more abundant my life grows. I radiate an energy of loving kindness. So I feel like your pet is trying to point you towards something. They're trying to give you signs. You could have asked for help with something. Maybe you're wanting help with a decision that you need to make, something about finances or a career, or something to do with an opportunity. And your pet is trying to give you guidance. They're trying to give you signs, but you're not listening. So you need to look out for these signs and use your intuition. Symbolic, yeah, they're going to use symbols. These could be numbers. These could be your favourite song. These could be, something that repeats over and over again, or something symbolic like a feather, a butterfly, a bird. So just keep your eyes out and be open. Be open to that and listen for the answer. They're trying to help you with what you're trying to find the answer to. So we'll stay in order and we'll go with the green aventurine angel in pile number 2. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah. Going through the grieving process is about having to face your fears, having to stand in your courage, because there's no way around it. You can try to avoid it, but it will only come back later. So, years ago when my brother died, it was the first big loss that I experienced, and I was quite young. But I was pregnant with my second baby, and the midwife and the doctor had told me that I had miscarried and I was bleeding really heavily. And, me being psychic, I was like, I didn't believe them, which is actually, I was the one that was right, because my daughter has just turned 26. She's alive and well. But they had told me that I had miscarried. And so I'd put myself on bed rest for the week, terrified to do anything because I didn't want to lose the baby. And I was doing bargaining plea deals with God, and, I will give up anything to have this baby. Well, then I got the phone call. It was a Monday. And, I got a phone call early in the morning from my dad. And he told me that my brother had passed away in a car crash with 3 of his friends. And I didn't let myself grieve. I couldn't let myself grieve because I was in fear that I was going to lose the baby. And so, I let myself cry a little, but not to the extent that I needed to. I didn't let it fully out, and I held it within inside me. And you know what happened? 3 years later, it hit me really hard. I had a psychotic break, and it lasted for about 2.5 years. I had a very horrible time. I went to the doctor and begged them to lock me up in the psych ward. I was that bad. I had intrusive thoughts. I couldn't bear to be alone with my children. I thought I was a danger to myself and everyone around me. It was really, really, really bad. So I urge you to never try to sidestep grief, to always face your fears head on, because the worst thing you can do is to push it down and not feel the feelings, because it will come back. It always comes back, and it comes back bigger and worse than ever. Don't go through what I went through. Don't hold it inside yourself. This is why now when I grieve, I let myself feel everything fully. And society doesn't like that. Society doesn't like me expressing my grief and wants me to go away and hide in a corner somewhere and do it on my own. No, I'm not going to do that for you or anyone else. I'm going to express all of my feelings, because I'm not going for another psychotic break. I'm not going to do it. Please don't feel guilty. It was just my time to go. So these are the hardest feelings to feel. And one of the biggest hurdles for me with Wolfie is because I love her so very much, that, you know, you feel the need to blame someone, and ultimately, you know, when it came to Wolfie, every single decision about her life came down to me because I don't have a partner. There was no, you know, we're in this together, we're making decisions together. No, every single decision about her life, what we did, what she ate, whether she got vaccinations or whether she got, you know, spayed or whatever, every single decision came down to me, and so I felt ultimately responsible when she died. You know, all the end of life decisions were put on me, whether she had the surgery or not. And so ultimately I felt really guilty when she passed, you know, because I was in huge denial when I found out she had cancer, and I didn't want to know, and I, you know, didn't act on it soon enough, and I felt guilty about that. But as a psychic medium, I also know I am fully aware that every single person and animal and plant on this planet already has a set time of death. Your death is predetermined, and it was determined before you got here, and there's nothing you can do to change it. It is set in stone. It is absolutely set. It is absolutely written. Your time is your time, and nothing can change it. So what I'm saying is that even if I had made every single right decision, she would have died some other way. You know? If it wasn't that, it would have been something else. She would have got hit by a car, or, you know, maybe the roof of the house collapsed, or a freak bolt of lightning. Because when it's your time, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So the guilt is your own feelings, and you need to work through it, and you need to come to terms with it eventually. You need to work towards getting to a place where you can forgive yourself. 1919. Transformation. It is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power to change your life. Within this realization, you will feel your sense of purpose and your connection to new beginnings. I release what I no longer need to carry, and I open myself to the transformative energy of the divine. Yeah, you need to release these feelings of guilt and feelings of blame if you have them, feelings of anger. They're not serving you. These feelings are not serving you. But you can't suppress them either. Don't push them down inside you. Don't bottle them up. Don't feel like you can come back to them later. You actually need to face them. That was me. Your pet has been trying to give you signs, and you weren't looking, you weren't listening, or you weren't accepting it. That really was them. That weight that you felt jump on the end of your bed when you were settling in at night, that really was your cat or your dog. That little tail you saw go past the end of your bed or go around the corner, that really was them. That little bark you heard on the distance, that was not the neighbour's dog, that really was your dog. That little jingle bell, that was your cat's collar. Believe it. And if you picked the Amethyst Angel, this reading is for you in pile number 3. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So these all have similar themes here today. This is all about having to use your intuition, having to accept and, be open to signs from your loved pet. I miss you too, and you can see it's in really big letters. They're shouting at you. They're shouting at you. I miss you too. Maybe you are in denial of that. Maybe you think that they shouldn't miss you. Maybe you feel too guilty to understand this. Maybe you've been saying it over and over and over and over again. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. They miss you too. Even though they're here with you, they're actually here with you. They're not gone anywhere. So heaven is not some place in the sky. It is not some mythical place in the clouds. Heaven is right here. They're just on a different frequency. They've shed their body, and when you're in your body, in your earthly body, it automatically lowers your frequency and keeps you tethered to earth. You are tethered to earth. It's like you've got this invisible string that holds you here. As soon as you shed that body, when you die, your frequency automatically goes ultra high. And when it gets to that high frequency, we can no longer see them. So you think of it like a dog whistle. You know, it's all pitch and frequency. So when you blow a dog whistle, dogs can hear it, but you can't. So imagine you've got this dog whistle and you're all by yourself out in the middle of nowhere. And you blow that whistle, but there's no dog to hear it. There's no dog to react. Does that frequency still exist? Or does that frequency exist somewhere else where there are dogs? No, the frequency still exists no matter what. And that's what happens when someone dies. They still exist, it's just you can't see them. But they will leave you signs where and when they can. 000, guidance. You have full support of the divine. The guidance you are seeking is here, and your life is moving in the right direction. This is the start of a new beginning, where one cycle ends, a new one begins. I trust in the magic of new beginnings. I feel the support and guidance that is all around me. So in life, everything is about cycles and phases. It's a reflection of nature itself. Everything in nature is just cycles and phases. The moon, the earth spinning, and the seasons and birth and death. They're all just cycles. They're all seasons. And when one phase ends, a new one begins. Your loved pet has gone, and you need to learn to adjust to a new way of life. But with this new way of life brings new opportunities. You now have an opportunity to make decisions, to do things that perhaps you couldn't do before when your pet was here. Temperature. You may feel changes in temperature. This could be a spot on your bed that feels warm or cold. This could be, every now and then you feel a hot flash on your face or on your side of your leg or somewhere. You may be sitting down on the couch and your lap suddenly feels warm where your pet would normally sit. Know that this is them. This is them trying to give you a sign. Temperature changes is one of the ways that you can know that they are with you. You may also get goosebumps. The hairs on the back of your neck may stand up. You may have interferences with electricity. So spirits need a fuel source to interact with you because they need to, it takes a lot of effort for them to lower their frequency enough to be able to do physical things here on earth with you in this frequency realm. So they need fuel source, and they will sometimes use electricity as a fuel source. So you may get little glitches, they may even blow the light bulb or something like that. So yeah, if there is a temperature change, that is them. You're not going mad, it really is them. So I hope that these readings were relevant to you. If so, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.